What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for this really quick video, and today I'll be talking about low, normal, and high risk shooting profile. I received lots of comments about this, so if you have any other requests, like if you want me to do layup profiles as well, or maybe you want me to do real percentage profile on jump shots, please let me know in the comment section down below. With this one, try to watch the video fully. Try not to just, jump to the stat part, because I'll be saying things throughout the video that if you miss one, you might lose the whole context of the topic and leave the video misinformed. It's not going to be that long anyway, so let's get right into it. So basically, what I'll be doing is I will simulate all skill levels and let's see what's the best shooting profile for each one. And now for the test, to simulate all skill levels, I'll be using different timings. There will be a batch that I'll target the shot inputs close to the green window like this, so it's like we're simulating the really good shooters, and there'll be like this for average players, and so forth. Now, on these tests, we need a bit of RNG, and to achieve that, we need to test in my court, so there's a bit of delay compared to the offline modes. I can't test outside my court because latency out there is too much, and it's not controlled RNG. And now for the next one, to have more controlled RNG, I'll be using my modded controller. This one here is not laser accurate. If I target here, it doesn't mean that it'll be always there 100%. It could be spread out like this, so it's perfect to simulate a real person. And by the way, for those of you who are wondering if I can use this in-game, not really. This one here is not powerful enough. I even need to gather the ball first and wait for 2 seconds before taking the shot just to make it effective. So it's not going to work in a real game. And here you can see, if I shoot straight away after the catch, it's not going to work. I have to wait for like a couple of seconds. This one here is for offline testing only, and you can't buy this anywhere because I made it myself. I built it from the ground up, including the program. This one here is all homemade. And by the way, these types of tests takes a lot of time. For the whole test, I think I was smashing that green button for more than half a day. So it would be really awesome if you guys can show love by liking the video, and of course subscribe to tune in for upcoming ones. So now for the results, here's the chart 1 out of 2. These ones here are the profiles, and these ones here represent some skill levels. The higher the value, the closer to the center of the green window. And everything is in reference with your high risk make percentage. And now, here's how to read this chart. If your current make percentage is about 80% on high risk, it means that if you took those exactly the same shots but with normal and low risk, your make percentage will drop. Now, try not to take these numbers too seriously. Of course, it might fluctuate for a bit depending on a lot of things. The only point I want you guys to take away from this is that if you're this good at high risk profile, like 80%, you better stay at that profile, because if you change to normal or low, your make percentage will drop. And those numbers there will give an idea how much will be the gap. And to give you more perspective on this one, here's how it happened. So basically, here's what happens to your green windows when you change your shot profile. And by the way, this one here is only a rough estimation. The only thing I want to point out here is, as you loosen up your risk, your overall make window expands, but the chances of your shot to go in when you land on those windows become less. In here, the darker the window, the less the chance. So basically, it was 80% at high risk, right? So inputs could be somewhere here, closer to the window. I'm not entirely sure if there's a 100% green window this year, but safe to say that these ones here have almost 100% chance of making the shot. And these ones here won't make it. Now, if you do those exactly the same shot inputs but on normal, since some of them will land now on the darker window, now some of them might miss. So the point here is, if you're skilled enough to make 80% on high risk, might as well keep it on high risk. In here, if you shoot 56 on high risk, it's a close call, but you will shoot better at high risk. Then if you shoot 50% at high risk, it's a close call again, but this time it is much better to switch to normal risk. Then if you shoot 30% on high risk, it's a close call again, but based on my test, it is still much better to choose normal risk than low risk. Then if you shoot 20% on high risk, obviously low risk is much better. And to show you how this happened, here you go. So if you shoot around 20% at high risk, probably your inputs are like this. A huge chunk of inputs will be 100% miss. But if you switch to low risk, yeah, you sacrifice this part here because they are most likely be greens on high risk, but now you give this larger part of your inputs a chance to be whites. So that's why you make more on low risk on this case. So now for the verdict, then what's the best shooting profile for you? So if you shoot around 55 and above using high risk, then based on my test, keep it at high risk. Then if you shoot around 31 to 55 using high risk, then much better to switch to normal risk. Then if you shoot below 30% at high risk, my friend, I hate to say it, but you need to use low risk. I know it could be a tough pill to swallow, but it's a business decision to make. I know there's a stigma when you rely on whites, but it is what it is. If it's in the game, you can't really blame others if they use it. The game was set up this way, so if you really want competition, you gotta play on proving grounds. And by the way, after you follow these guides, please leave a feedback in the comment section down below. What happened after you changed your profile? It will help others gauge the credibility of this video. And I'm not sure if you guys want me to cover real percentage, so let me know in the comment section if you guys even need it. So again, would be really awesome if you guys can like the video and check the channel out. Trust me, there's a lot of good stuff in there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.